Hey everybody, it's Brook Waldorf. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another themed pick a card reading. Today's reading is themed to my favorite band of all time, Weezer. I was inspired by their new album, SZNZ Spring, and more specifically the song A Little Bit of Love. Please go listen to it. It'll make you feel fantastic, I promise. But yeah, if you want to hear me gush over Weezer and just talk about them, and talk about whatever, make sure you stick around to my outro podcast, which is at the end of the reading. So if you haven't been watching my most recent videos or you're new here, it's a new thing that I've been doing where I get on camera at the end of the reading and just talk about whatever I feel like talking about. And I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm 99% positive it's going to be a lot about Weezer. So if you're interested, stick around for that. But anyway, let's just go ahead and dive right into the reading. So the question for today's reading is your good karma coming? You know, do you have good karma on the way? Have you been putting in the work? Are those manifestations coming in? Let's find out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the groups up on the screen. Take a second, pause the video if you need to, use your intuition, choose whichever group or groups you're feeling particularly drawn to. As always, those timestamps will be in the description below, so you can fast forward at your earliest convenience. And please just remember this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. This is for entertainment purposes, so have fun with it. But let's go ahead and dive right in with Group 1, the Green Album. All right, if you chose Group 1, the Green Album, this is going to be your reading. All right, Group 1, let's go ahead and dive right in. As always, make sure you stick around to the end for your handwritten messages. That's going to be the most fun part. At least I think it is. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what we've got going on. So is your good karma coming? Do you have miracles, blessings, manifestations on the way, etc.? My initial feeling is yes, but I'm not 100% sure what the but is. What the but? I'm not sure what the but is just yet, but we'll figure it out. The reason I think it's a yes is your first three cards. The World, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. So the World, the final major arcana, the end of a major chapter. The World is all about completion. It's that feeling of like, I've made it. Like all the hard work I've put in has paid off, which is literally exactly what this reading is all about. Is like, is your hard work paying off? Have you been doing the right things? Have you been doing enough? Like, et cetera, et cetera. And whether that means, you know, like physical work, like actually doing things, whether it means inner work, you know, healing, moving past things, changing your mindsets, etc. And honestly, I think that's where the but is coming in. I feel like for you guys, you've done a ton of inner work. That's the feeling that I'm getting. I feel like you've done a ton of inner work. You're feeling good. I feel like you're honestly kind of in this Three of Cups energy a little bit right now. Three of Cups is all about celebration and friendship, and happiness and lightness, excitement, fun, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now, I definitely think you're going to be celebrating something as well. And I think that's partially what this is talking about. But I also think that you guys are kind of in this energy right now as well, in the sense of, I think you feel like you've accomplished something, which you have, but you're not seeing like outside results just yet. It's like you're feeling those inner results, which is great. We love that. I think you've done a lot of inner work. I think you've worked past a lot of stuff. That Five of Swords can kind of, it's funny. There's two things I'm getting from this. One, Five of Swords is the wounded warrior, right? So it's like our wounds from the past. It's those, you know, repeating mindsets and things that kind of, you know, follow us and kind of, pardon my French, like kind of like fuck shit up for us if we don't deal with it, you know. It's, and tied with that Four of Pentacles can be those limiting beliefs, that comfort zone, that fear of exploring, the fear of leaving the comfort zone or trying new things, or even just the fear of letting go of the old you know, your old thought patterns, who you've always been, etc., etc. And so I'm getting two things. One is I think you've worked through a lot of that. The other thing that I'm kind of weirdly picking up, it's more of just like an intuitive thing, because it's not really what the Five of Pentacles represents. I don't think I've ever, Five of Swords, sorry. I'm almost feeling like it's like these 5 swords, these 5 people, I'm almost getting it's like they're in it together. And then we've got the 3 of Cups, which is friendship. So maybe some of you, maybe you joined like a group. It could have been like group therapy or something like that. Or it could have even just been like an online group. Or it could just be like your friend group. Maybe you have something from your past in common with people that you've been talking to. And that's really helped you to move past things. Because I'm almost getting this feeling of teamwork, which is not something that typically comes across with the 5 of Swords. But that's what I'm picking up. So you might have had some help along the way, moving past certain things, for sure. Now, the reason I'm feeling like, yes, I feel like you have good things coming. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a card of blessings. You know, it's stability. It's a beautiful new beginning. It's a new beginning that is going to be successful, abundant, fruitful. It might start out slow. It might be a little bit of a slow and steady wins the race kind of thing, but it's success. And so, and again, I see you celebrating that with these friends. So some of you might have been even like working, maybe you're working on some sort of project. Maybe you wanted to start a YouTube channel with your friends, or like, who knows, you know, maybe you're all working on a online shop together or something. This could be a project that you're working on with friends. And maybe it's been like really slow growing and you feel like you aren't getting anywhere. But again, the thing with the Ace of Pentacles is even though it's slow and steady, it's abundant and it's always successful. It's always successful in the end. It just might take a little bit of time. And I feel like that's what's kind of holding things for you. You've done a lot of inner work. You've done work. You've been putting in the time and the effort. Sorry about the noises if you can hear them. Never freaking ending. But anyway, the 4 of Pentacles is stuck. You know, it's like the subconscious. It's those thoughts that just get lodged in our subconscious. This is my way of being. This is my life. You know, this is how things work out for me. This is the way things always go. And it's typically limiting beliefs. You know, it's not typically something like, oh, I'm great and this always is great. Things always happen. It's typically those limiting beliefs. Again, it's also the fear of leaving the comfort zone, the fear of trying something new, you know, fear of failure, fear of judgment. You know, it's definitely can manifest as procrastination, which is funny too, because the world, I don't typically really use tarot guidebooks, but I love the guidebook for this deck. It's called the Pastel Journey, in case you're curious. And specifically in their definition of the world card, they say like it's your choice. Let me just see if I can find like the one little passage. Know that you have all the time in the world to begin a new chapter. Look at that. There's no need to rush anything. Oh my God, literally, I'm not even joking. This is what it says. Know that you have all the time in the world to begin a new chapter. Celebrate, party, rejoice, and praise yourself and your life for as long as it feels right. You've done the inner work and know yourself well enough to decide when to embark on a new journey. Wow. Hence, when you feel ready. The world foreshadows that everything is available for you. Love, financial freedom, recognition, and reaching new goals. You are free to choose. The world is yours. Wow. I'm freaking out right now. It's literally everything. Like, that's perfect. So, okay. That's what's going on here. I think you're a little bit in your head right now because I feel like there is some sort of action that needs to be taken. There's something that you need to do. It might be someone you need to reach out to. It might be just that first step in that next chapter. There's something that needs to happen. And just like that card said, you'll know when it's time. Trust your intuition, but beware of that 4 of Pentacles energy because again, it can manifest as procrastination, perfectionism. You know, perfectionism is essentially, it's kind of like, you know, oh, it doesn't feel right just yet. Like I get myself stuck in this. A lot of people that are intuitive or spiritual like yourselves can easily get stuck in that like perfect timing. Like, oh, like I'll know when it's the perfect timing. Like I'll just have that feeling or the universe will give me a sign. That doesn't always happen. And especially because you have this very grounded Ace of Pentacles. Don't wait for like some huge amazing sign. Don't wait for your intuition to like smack you across the face. Trust your intuition as always, but there's not going to be like a perfect moment for you to move forward, for you to take this necessary action. Trust your gut, and I think you're going to need to push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to say, you know what? I've been sitting on this for a couple weeks now, or a couple days, or a month, or whatever it is. I think it's time to move forward. So there is that feeling of needing to kind of push yourself out of your comfort zone. So, wow. Okay, very interesting. Let's get your oracles, shall we? So for your moonology, we have full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Well, that to me is kind of reminiscent to what we've got going on over here. That completion, the world energy, the ending, the new beginning on the horizon, celebration, end of a tough cycle. I feel like you guys have been struggling a lot, right? And I think it's because there was a lot of inner work that needed to be done in order for you to clear these like negative thought patterns so that you could move forward. And I think you've done that. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think a lot of you are feeling pretty good right now, actually. I think a lot of you are already feeling, again, that shift happening, the tough cycle ending. Even if you're not really seeing like physical evidence of it, I think you're feeling it. So you're definitely getting there. Okay, we've also got number 52, mending. Interesting. Well, we do have that 5 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. So some of you, oh, interesting. Some of you, what it might have been is healing a relationship. It might have been healing a relationship, a friendship. Because again, like, oh, that's weird. Because I got that weird feeling of the 5 of Swords of like teamwork. Like, we're in this together. Like, that's interesting. I'm wondering if that might have been something big that kind of cleared the air for you. This could have been something that was really heavy on your mind, and that was kind of holding you back because you were feeling maybe a lot of guilt, maybe interesting. Yeah, there might have been like a friendship where there was like some miscommunication. Maybe there was an argument. Maybe you didn't talk for a while. Interesting. But there's that mending energy, and that could be something that's helping you end this tough cycle and kind of usher in this fresh, new, kind of exciting energy. Okay, love that. All right, we've also got playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestation. Well, again, the 3 of Cups is, I don't know, okay, random, I have to say this. If you know that Ariana Grande song, The Light Is Coming, that just popped into my head. I feel like that's a song for you guys to maybe listen to or look up the lyrics, because that just popped into my head. But 3 of Cups, not only is it friendship, so of course playtime, this would probably indicate doing something, with your friends, hanging out with your friends. But also, the 3 of Cups is just lightness, like lightening up, like having fun. Again, celebration, happiness. It always has that feeling to me of like you're taking things too seriously, like lighten up a little bit. Like that's kind of the feeling. Because you've been through the tough, difficult work and that long, dark, winding road. Like you've been through it, and now's the time for some playtime. So I think that could be some excellent advice as well for kind of helping you shake free of that 4 of Pentacles. Because I feel like you're just thinking too much on it. It's almost like, if we focus too much on something, it just like snowballs and like we just can't stop thinking about it. So it's like, let's just say like there's a thought pattern, a negative thought pattern. Let's just say it's, oh, I can't apply for that company. Like they'll never hire me. Like I'm not good enough. Okay. Let's just say that's what it is. I could never, they'll never hire me. This is my dream job. There's no way. I've got to start somewhere else first. Like there's no way I can just get a job at this particular company, right? And so that becomes a belief because you think it so much that it gets lodged in your subconscious. Your subconscious believes it. It becomes your belief. It becomes the truth essentially, right? So I think you've been focusing on, okay, well, if I want it to manifest, like I need to let go of that thought, right? And I think you've been trying to focus on it too much, so you're just giving it more energy. And what you need to do is maybe just lighten up, have some fun with your friends, go do something fun. I feel like, again, it's like you're too much in the heavy energy. It's time to take a break is the feeling I'm getting. And then it's going to like open the floodgates of your manifestations coming in. Okay, so I pulled everyone an angel answer, right? These are the kind of like yes, no type of cards. Because I wanted this to be the last one before the handwritten messages, of course. Because I wanted this to kind of be like maybe our solidifying like yes or no. So let's see what you guys got. Okay. If you believe. Wow. So that would be a yes. Yes, but I think that's the problem is a lot of you guys are still struggling to really believe. And again, it's like you're giving it too much energy sorry, you can't even see it, but you saw it if you believe. It's like you're giving it too much energy, you know, is the feeling I'm getting. Like you're thinking about the negative too much. When those negative thoughts come up, revise them and move on. The end. You know, and then go have some fun. Go do something to take your mind off of it. Like, again, using the same example, let's say the thought pops up, oh, I could never get a job with, you know, this company because they're way too cool. That's my absolute dream. It's not going to happen, right? That thought comes up. You say, no, actually, I have a job with that company. I'm doing very well. Boom, move on. Even if you don't believe it, even if you feel like a delusional weirdo for thinking that way, think it and then move on and go do something fun. Because there's opportunity. But again, remember as well, you need to take action. So again, using the same example, if you haven't applied to that company, then you're going to need to apply to that company, obviously. So very interesting. So you guys got a yes, but a little bit more work to do, but you're really getting there. So anyway, let's get to your handwritten messages. We got word of the day. This was something weird that I decided to do. I also prepped it for my next reading already too. Just words that intuitively popped into my mind. So you guys got 2 of them. We're going to take them both. Let's see what they are. Wanderlust. Okay. You guys got Wanderlust. And Hope. Ding, ding, ding. I love that. Wanderlust and Hope. Wow. Okay. Well, the Wanderlust too. Maybe some of you guys with the world energy, maybe you're really wanting to travel, you know, that could be part of it. So maybe if you're able, if it's safe, you know, maybe take a little road trip, maybe take a little vacation if you can, you know, that might be something. Oh, maybe with friends. That might be something that helps you kind of find that hope and kind of release some of that negative thinking. Ooh, okay. Interesting. All right. So now we've got handwritten messages that are themed to Weezer. So you guys you guys are gonna get your Weezer album. Let's see what we've got. So for this, I wrote an album and then I just kind of intuitively wrote what that album was making me think of. So that's gonna be your message. So you got their new mini album, like they're a K-pop group, their mini album, Seasons Spring. You've got an air of optimism around you. Magic is in the air. Lean into that and feel the anticipation around you. Hello. Yeah, I think that goes with your vibe. Love that for you. So now we're going to do your lyrics. So what lyrics are for group 1? Okay, you guys got, oh my God, from that album, A Little Bit of Love. Oh my God, I can't. Okay, all your wounds are healing fine. I'm so glad I've got you in my life. Oh my God, sorry, freaking out. Now the winter frost is gone. Now is our chance to live the life we want. Okay. I can't. Like, first of all your wounds are healing fine. Again, I get that feeling that most of you guys feel that. Most of you, you've done the work and I think you're feeling the optimism and the hope. You're starting to feel it, but again, you're still not seeing much physical movement. Hold on to that hope, dear God, because it's coming. I'm so glad I've got you in my life. Again, this element of friendship, teamwork, like there's the mending, there's something going on here big time with you guys and friendship being really important. Again, a lot of you might be working on like projects with friends or something like that. But more than anything, I just feel like it's support, you know, really supportive friend or friends really helping you through your dark time. Wow. I love when this shit lines up like this. Anyway, let's get your Weezer song. So for this one, we've also got lyrics as well. So I chose a song and then I chose specific lyrics from that song. So let's see what you've got. Okay. Oh, flurry fur stuck on my nail. Okay. Okay, you guys got Troublemaker. Doing things my own way and never giving up. Well, that's the vibe. Never giving up. You've got so many messages of hope, of believe, don't give up, the end of the tough cycle is coming, lean on your friends, have some fun, like wanderlust. I think you guys need to have fun. I think that's kind of your overall message of like, how are you going to get that good karma? How are you going to bring in those manifestations? You've done all the hard work. Now it's time to loosen up, have some fun, do some fun things with your friends. This song just like makes me think like, I don't know, it makes me think of like high school and like probably because I'm pretty sure it came out when I was in high school or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, junior high or high school. Anyway, But it makes me think like that kind of energy, like, you know, when you're like a teenager and like you think you're invincible, you know, before you realize like, oh yeah, mortality's a thing. Yikes. Like, you know, that song invokes that feeling for me of just like having fun, like doing what you want within reason, of course. Yeah. Oh my God, love this. Okay, so group 1, go have some fun with your friends and make sure you revise those negative thoughts as you go, and then let them go and have fun. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to hear me talk about Weezer, make sure to stick around to the outro podcast. If you're new, consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. All right, if you chose group 2, the Blue album, this is going to be your reading. All right, you guys, let's dive right in. As always, make sure you stick around to the end for your Weezer-themed handwritten messages. But let's see what we got. So group 2, Blue album. Is your good karma coming? What do you need to know? Okay. It's funny because with group 1, I don't know why group 1 and group 2 always have like somewhat of a similar undertone for me lately. I don't know why, but I said the same thing in group 1. My initial feeling right away is yes, but. Yes, there's good things on the horizon. However, there's some work to be done. I think you have maybe a little bit more work than group 1, but you know, not much. I need you to stand in your power is the main message. We've got strength in the Chariot, right? So strength is all about strength, inner strength. Standing in your power, persevering, patience, keep pushing forward. I get knocked down, but I get up again. And this album came out in the 90s, so how fitting that Chumbawamba is what I just quoted. But anyway, you get knocked down, you got to get up again, because you got that 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups I often like to call the hero's journey card, because, you know, a hero's journey is not always sunshine and rainbows. There's trials, there's tribulations, there's opportunities for growth. You know, you try something because you think like, oh yeah, this is it, this is gonna be great, and then you try that and you realize like, okay, that didn't work out, but I learned something, or I met someone, or something good happened from it. I grew, you know, it was an experience, you know, that's life. We're all on our own hero's journeys throughout life, you know? And so I definitely feel like course correction is the feeling I'm getting. The Chariot is all about, well, it's a victory card. So it is really, you've got the victory coming, but it's also, again, kind of, to me, it gives me that feeling of empowerment, especially next to strength. Also, look at that 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, boom. But yeah, so this is like a reminder that we're all in we're all in the driver's seat, right? You're in the driver's seat to your own destiny. And I think we got a little bit of avoidance going on here lately, which, like, you know what? Sometimes it's necessary. I love this 9 of Swords card because, you know, like in most decks, the 9 of Swords, the person's like sitting up, they can't fall asleep, they're overthinking, they're anxious, like they just cannot sleep. And I love that in this deck, the person is like, I'm gonna take a nap. Like, I don't want to deal with my problems right now, I'm gonna take a nap. And I feel like that's maybe what some of you guys have been doing. And again, I think it was necessary. So if you've been doing this, if you've been doing a little bit of avoidance, don't beat yourself up. Because I think maybe some of you have time running out. That's the feeling I'm feeling from your group, this feeling of time running out, but it's not. You're feeling that way. You're making yourself feel that way. And by doing that, you're paralyzing yourself is the feeling I'm getting. Like the 9 of Swords, this is a card of worrying, anxiety, fear, you know, oh, it's never gonna happen, like, oh my god, like I can't stop thinking about this, like it's just like worrying yourself like unnecessarily, right? And again, because of the way it's depicted on here, to me it also gives me that like avoidance, a little bit of denial, if you will. But again, I think it was necessary. So this is like the overactive like mind, right? Whereas the High Priestess right here is all about intuition. You know, the High Priestess is not so much into that logical overthinking energy. She's much more that energy of pause, calm your mind, allow your intuition to come to you, and then take action accordingly. So here's what I think. I'm getting like, I'm picturing like hamster wheel, like repeating the same cycles, but they just kind of look a little different. Like, I'm just getting this feeling that you're exhausted. I think you've been trying lots of different things and you're exhausted by it. Because I think that you're feeling like you're spinning your wheels and you're getting nowhere. And again, there's this feeling of like, it's like Peter Pan, which is so funny. Someone recommended I do a Peter Pan reading the other day. But it's like, you know, the crocodile or the alligator, whatever he is, and he's got like the clock, and it's like he's following Captain Hook, and the tick, tick, tick is like haunting Captain Hook. That's what I'm getting for you guys. You're focusing on unnecessary worries. Like, that's not time is not something that you need to worry about. If you can quiet your mind, you're going to be guided as to what the correct next step for you is. And even if that next step ends in a dead end, there's still a reason for it. It's still pushing you farther along. With the feeling of, again, the strength card can represent needing patience, perseverance. I think you guys still have a little bit of a road ahead of you, but don't get upset, because I really don't think it's in the grand scheme of things. It's not, again, like that feeling of like time running out. It's not. And I feel like this need to continue your journey, that need to kind of pick yourself back up again and keep going, it's not that long of a journey. It feels like it's like the last leg of your hero's journey toward whatever this is that you're trying to manifest. This is, of course, a general reading. It could be different for everybody. But you're closer than you realize. However, there's still some distance to go, if that makes sense. That's the feeling that I'm getting. And again, don't beat yourself up over this. If you've taken some naps, if you've avoided whatever this is, if you've worried a lot over whatever this is, if you've been paralyzed with fear, don't talk down to yourself, because that's just going to make it worse. You know, it's life, man. You know, sometimes you got to stare at the ceiling in a catatonic state. I've been there many times in the last couple years. Trust me. Sometimes you just got to do it. And so don't feel bad. Don't feel like you've wasted. That's what it is. Wasted time. I think that's what you feel. You haven't wasted time. That's life. Again, that's life. We've got peaks and valleys. We've got hard times. We've got fun times. Like, it happens. You know, don't beat yourself up over it. Persevere. Pick yourself back up. Start moving again. Trust your intuition. You're going to be guided down the right paths. Very interesting. Let's get your oracles, you guys. Okay. Group 2, your moonology is Baha. Luck is on your... What was that? Baha. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. I feel like the Sagittarius cards come out a lot for some reason. Luck is on your side, and the other ones look at the bigger picture. Both of those come out a lot. So luck is on your side. You just got to get back up again and trust your intuition. Again, the Chariot, you're in the driver's seat. You're moving in the right direction. Even though you might feel like you're the farthest you've ever been from your goal, you're closer than you realize. It's time to start taking action again. So, okay. What else do you guys have? Number 33, chaos and conflict. Yeah, I think that probably describes your mind a little bit, maybe your life in general, just that feeling of chaos and conflict. And also, too, you know, with the Nine of Swords and the High Priestess, again, High Priestess is very much like in the moment, you know, quiet mind, intuition, whereas the Nine of Swords is like the mind never shuts up. It's all the fears, all the anxieties, all the things like driving you nuts. Like, so it's kind of almost like this. That's where I feel like the conflict is coming from, is you're feeling like, yes, I should move forward. But then your anxiety is like, no, you're not ready. You're not good enough. You're not this enough. It's not time. Da, 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 da. You've wasted time. This is dead. It's over. Move on. Like, there's that. I feel like there's that chaos and that conflict going on within your mind. And it's time to quiet that mind. Okay, so then we've also got wait. Interesting. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Well, Group 1 also got a similar message of perfectionism. So that, to me, that's perfectionism, right? So what is perfectionism? Okay. Perfectionism has two speeds. It's either wait, overly wait, Nine of Swords, you're taking a nap, you're avoiding it. Nope, I'm not ready. It's not time, da, da, da. But then after you've done that, the panic sets in and you're like, oh my God, I've wasted the last year of my life, the last 6 months, whatever. I need to get going now. And then you rush something together and it's like, you know, the most frustrating form of self-sabotage. You know, like that's what it is. So that's why I feel like you've got this weight energy. I love what it says. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. So again, that's the High Priestess. It's time to start taking action. It's time to pick yourself back up again. It's time to start moving past those negative thoughts and those anxieties and those worries, little by little. You don't have to, again, High Priestess is all about staying in the moment, pausing, and allowing intuition to come your way. You don't have to rush in. In fact, like it says, I don't think you should rush in. Like I said, it's that feeling of like, oh my God, I've wasted my life. Like, oh my God, I'm getting too old. I'm too this, I'm too that. Like, oh my God, like, no, breathe. I feel like that's the word of the day. Well, actually, word of the day. I don't think breathe is one of them. I'm pretty sure it's not, but that's one of your words of the day. I feel like group 2 is just breathe. Okay, so final card before we get to your handwritten messages. I picked an angel answer for every group for the final card because these are like kind of yes/no type cards. So I wanted to see what we would get. So we've got a yes, however, you need to pause. You need to start taking action again. So what have we got? Wow. Choose a new direction. 7 of Cups. Now, this could also just be saying choose a new direction. You know, maybe it's not that you need to change what your next step is. Maybe it's just like, okay, you've been in that 9 of Swords. It's time to come out of it. It's time to move away from the overthinking, the anxiety, the paralyzing fear, and it's time to start moving into that direction of the High Priestess, the pause, the intuition, all of that good stuff. For some of you, it's just that. For others of you, 7 of Cups, it's saying, okay, you've hit the end of the road with what you've been doing. It's time to choose that next step, that next direction in your journey. It doesn't necessarily mean, oh, start completely over again. You know, like if you're trying to you know, you're trying to move to New York City and now it's like, no, just kidding, you're gonna move to London. Like it's not necessarily that. I mean, it could be, but it feels smaller than that. It doesn't feel like some huge massive change. It feels more like, again, leaving the 9 of Swords, heading into the High Priestess, leaving the 1 cup and just heading to that next cup, that next, you know, step in your journey, and trust your intuition. Okay, so anyway, handwritten messages, you guys. So first one is word of the day. This is just something I decided to start. It just popped into my head and I just intuitively chose words that popped into my mind. So let's see what we've got for group 2. You guys got anticipation. Yes, please. Anticipation. Hold on to that feeling. Because there are good things on the horizon. Luck is on your side. But you need to kind of get out of your own way a little bit. Get out of your head a little bit and take that next step. And anticipate that good things are going to happen, not bad things. This is positive, exciting anticipation. Okay, so your Weezer album. So I chose Weezer albums, and then I just kind of intuitively wrote what that album was making me feel. So that's what we're going to do here. Group 2, your Weezer album. You got the blue album. Hey, you're truly unique. Maybe people haven't always gotten you. Don't worry, the right people are coming and they'll love and appreciate you for who you truly are. Well, maybe that's part of the 9 of Swords for some of you. Maybe you've just been feeling really alone and lost and confused and you haven't had anybody else to lean on. But there's the right people on the horizon. Maybe that's what you're anticipating. Okay, so let's get your Weezer lyrics. Group 2. Weezer lyrics. Group 2. Okay, well, it's that one. Let me grab that. Okay, what have we got for you? Oh my God, this is my favorite song. If you want to hear me gush over this song, watch the outro podcast. This is the greatest song ever. The greatest man that ever lived. And I can't help myself because I was born to shine. And if you don't like it, you can shove it. But you don't like it, you love it. So I'll be up here in a rage till they bring the curtain down on this stage. That is my favorite freaking song. listen to it, please, dear God. Not only because it's my favorite song and it's so underrated and I want everyone in the world to know this freaking song, but also just because it's empowering. It's like he's not singing this song about himself. He's singing it about you. So even if you don't identify as a man or whatever, but still, like, take it as like he's singing to me. Like, this is me. This is my energy. Like, you are meant to shine. You've got the chariot. You've got that victory energy. And oftentimes the people that have the most difficult, longest, most winding, confusing roads are the ones that have the biggest rewards at the end of it. So please go listen to that song. Okay, now let's get your Weezer song. This also has some lyrics as well. So let's see, group 2. I'm so glad that somebody got that. I was gonna be so upset if none of the groups got that song. Okay, your Weezer song. Okay. It's a long one. It's a lot of lyrics. Let's see what it is. Perfect situation. Oh my God, this is perfect. What's the deal with my brain? Why am I so obviously insane? In a perfect situation, I let love down the drain. There's the pitch, slow and straight. All I have to do is swing, and I'm a hero, but I'm a 0. Okay, I got a lot to say on this. Number 1, I wish I had said this earlier, but when I was talking about the hero's journey, I was specifically picturing Hercules, like the Disney cartoon Hercules, and there's the song 0 to Hero. I'm so mad at myself that I didn't say that now, but 0 to hero. So there's that connection. That's wild. Also, what's the deal with my brain? Why am I so obviously insane? 9 of Swords. And again, that you're so hard on yourself. Again, the feeling I get from most of you guys is the feeling of like time wasted. I'm lazy, I'm stupid, I'm not good at this, I'm this, I'm that, like all these like negative thoughts in regards to like I haven't worked toward my dream for the last 6 months, the last year, the last 2 years, like whatever it is, that feeling of time wasted and it's my fault and I suck and I've ruined my entire life. No. Pick yourself up and try again. That's another reading that somebody suggested I do, which I might. Anyway, I think that was in the 90s, either 90s or early 2000s, but all the 90s songs popping into my head. Well, even 0 to Hero is 90s. Anyway. And of course, if you're not manifesting love, this doesn't have to be love, just replace this with whatever your dream is, whether this is, a career thing or living situation, whatever it is, it's like, there's the pitch, slow and straight. All I have to do is swing and I'm the hero, but I'm a 0. It's like, I've been paralyzed with fear. Like I didn't swing the bat. Like I just sat here and did nothing and I'm letting life pass me by is the feeling that I'm getting. So number 1, don't let life pass you by anymore. Start thinking about what's the new direction, what's my next step. Get out of your head a little bit, get more into your intuition. So that's number 1. And number 2 is don't be so hard on yourself. Like I said, there's peaks and valleys. Everyone goes through stuff. We all have those years where we look back and it's like, in the moment, it's like, oh my God, I've ruined my life. But then it's like 5 years later, you look back on it and it's like, okay, yeah, you couldn't pay me to relive those years. However, I realized it was part of my hero's journey. It made me into who I am. It got me on the right path to this person, my soulmate, this job, this whatever it may be. So you're in the perfect situation. You just don't realize it. You need to kind of detach a little bit from, again, it's like that saying, like the monkey mind. Get off the hamster wheel and stop being so hard on yourself. Wow. Okay. Anyways, well, that's going to do it for you guys. If you want to hear me gush about Weezer, stick around to the outro podcast. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye, guys. All right. If you chose our final group, group 3, the Red Album, this is going to be your reading. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. Make sure you stick around to the end for your handwritten messages. That's where the Weezer themed messages are. So stick around for that. But let's go ahead and dive right in. So is your good karma coming? Is your hard work paying off? Are those manifestations on the way? Yes. The sun is like the ultimate yes or no card. It's a yes. If you're looking for a yes or no answer and you're shuffling cards and the sun pops out, it's a yes. The sun lightens up any reading. My dear friend Liz, Charmed Intuition Tarot, she said this once and it stuck with me. She was like, if I pulled cards and, I asked a question and I pulled cards and I got the Tower and the Sun, I would look fondly on that Tower. And if you're not like a normal tarot watcher or you don't know too much, the Tower is like upheaval and change and disruption and like it can be very stressful. I would look fondly on that Tower if the Sun came out with it. So you guys have a very positive message. Now, there's the one not as positive thing, so let's get that out of the way, right? 5 of Cups. I think most of you have already gone through this. If not, this could be something on the horizon, but again, remember, because we've got the sun right next to it, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Honestly, the feeling I'm getting is almost like 8 of Cups vibes. I'm almost getting more of like a melancholy feeling. So 5 of Cups, right? She's got the 3 spilled cups, the 2 that are sitting up straight, but she's crying over these 3. A lot of times I'll call this the crying over spilled milk card, because the 5 of Cups is a choice. It's a card of feeling guilt, regret, lost, frustrated, sadness, but it's a choice. This is like a situation where you don't need to be in that energy. It's okay to feel it. We're human, we have emotions, but this is typically like you're wallowing in it, and it's something that you just don't need to wallow in. I'm also just realizing how well my nails match with these cards. Anyway, not important. But this is like, it's a choice. You don't need to wallow in this energy. To me, what it's feeling like is opportunity born out of a disappointment. So, for instance, if you're manifesting love, this could be that you meet someone, you think they're great, and then they ghost you. And you're like, well, what the hell? Like, I thought things were going great because someone better's coming. If you're manifesting a job, you applied to your dream job, you didn't get it. There's something better on the horizon. It's that kind of feeling. That's what I'm getting. So I think most of you have, again, I think this has already happened for a lot of you. If not, I think it's likely going to happen. But again, there's this feeling of it's not that big of a disappointment. It's like in that moment, it's like punch to the gut. Like, damn it. Like, I thought this was the girl. This was the guy. Like, damn it. It's like that immediate feeling. But then it's like, 2 minutes later, you're like, all right, okay. Like, it's almost this feeling like, anticipation, man, is my word. I think I've said it in both groups. One of the groups, I think it was group 2, got it as their word of the day. I wrote it on one of these. Anticipation. I think I said it a lot in my last reading too, or the one before. I don't even know. It's coming up a lot in private readings. Like this positive anticipation, this feeling of like, there's excitement on the horizon. So it's like, I feel like whatever this disappointment is for you, it doesn't last long, because I think you intuitively start feeling this feeling of anticipation that something better is coming to replace what you've lost. And that's exactly what's happening. So my advice for you in the meantime is have some fun. 9 of Pentacles is a card of independence. It's a card of like treat yourself. It's like that kind of vibes. Always makes me think of Parks and Rec. I always think treat yourself with the 9 of Pentacles, but it's that kind of vibe. It's like indulge a little, have a piece of cake, buy yourself that $50 dress that you've wanted for 2 months. Like, just buy it, within reason, of course, but it's like indulging in things, So a little bit of indulgence, a little bit of fun. This also too, specifically if you're manifesting love, this card for me, it always kind of invokes that feeling of like, they always tell you like, before you can find your soulmate, like you gotta love being alone first. Like it's like that kind of vibe to me. It's like maybe go do something fun by yourself. Maybe go to, I don't know why a farmer's market is the first thing that popped into my mind. I think it's the strawberries, all of that. Go sneeze. Sorry. Oh God, bless me. Sorry. Excuse me. I think it might be all the strawberries on there. For some reason, I'm imagining like a farmer's market in my mind. But yeah, like maybe go somewhere fun by yourself, or just do something that you really like by yourself. Again, indulge. Go get that spa treatment you've wanted. Go get that pedicure, whatever. Like, you deserve it. Because I think you guys have done a lot of hard work, and your reward is coming. So treat yourself. Let's see, what else have we got going on? Well, we've got something good coming in. 6 of Pentacles. So Notice on the Six of Pentacles, we've got like the Libra scale right here, right? That scale of justice. This is karmic justice. It's if you've put in the time, the work, the energy, if you've been manifesting and you've been doing the necessary steps, you know, again, like the right choices, healing from things, like taking action, etc., you're getting your reward. You're getting your good karma. That's literally what this reading is about. And yeah, you've got a gift coming. The Six of Cups can represent a gift too. Both of these cards can represent like gifts, generosity. This could be a job offer. This could be love. This could be someone from your past. If you want someone from your past. If you don't want someone from your past, it's not someone from your past. Could be past life energy too. So if you're manifesting love, past life, or if it's someone from your past that you're trying to, you know, connect with, someone from your past. But enjoy being single right now. Have some genuine fun, you know, being on your own. The Sun is also a card of like staying present, staying in the moment, having some fun, you know, doing stuff on your own, hanging out with friends and family, staying optimistic, staying present. It's also a card of, you've got a lot about like financial success. So if you're manifesting some sort of job offer or a raise, especially, that's coming. You know, we've got an increase in finances. A lot of times the Six of Pentacles can represent like winning the lottery, or someone giving you a gift, or a raise, like an unexpected raise, or a new job offer. Nine of Pentacles is having financial independence, having a good level of finances where you can enjoy some luxuries, you can enjoy some of the finer things in life. And the Sun is a card of financial and like material success. So if you're trying to manifest financial success, new job, etc., it's coming. If you're trying to manifest love as well, this can be, again, that karma coming in. If you put in that work, you've moved on from the past. The Six of Cups can represent, you know, that inner child, our past wounds, needing to heal and move on from the past. And I think for a lot of you guys, especially if you're manifesting love, but this could be career as well, or anything, but I'm really picking up specifically if you're manifesting love. I think the Five of Cups for you is regret. Oh, I should have given them more of a chance. And again, you could be manifesting that person back. For others of you, I think it might be like guilt in the sense of, oh man, I've treated people bad, or oh man, God, it haunts me that I cheated on that person, or it haunts me that I abandoned that person, or that I did that, or that I said that, and it's been like holding you back from being able to be with the right person for you. But you've healed that. You've moved on from that. You've realized, guess what? We're all human. We all make mistakes. It's what you do moving forward that really counts. Do you correct those mistakes? Do you repeat those mistakes? Do you continue to hurt people or whatever, you know? No? Okay, then you're good. Then you got good karma coming your way. No one's perfect. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes. You just got to learn from them and move forward. But I think you have. But I think you've just been stuck in like the guilt phase. So this could either be, again, oh my God, I regret treating this person this way. I wish I still had them. And boom, they're coming back around. Or it could be you're over that person. You don't want them. You want the right person. You want your soulmate. And it's, again, possibly a past life connection. And it's that feeling of you need to let go of the guilt for maybe how you treated someone poorly in the past. Or the regret of, I should have stayed with them. You know, they're the one, you know, that feeling. So stay in the moment. You got good shit coming. That's what we'll say. That's what we'll leave it at. Let's get your oracles. Moonology. Oh my. New moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. I think most of you guys are trying to manifest love. Now, if you're not, again, there's lots of really good financial energy here too, but I'm getting a very romantic feeling. I'm getting more so like love and partnership for most of you guys. So if that's the case, again, it's a new romantic cycle because you're closing out the old. You're letting go of what's been holding you back. You're letting go of regrets. You're letting go of, you know, possibly for some of you, the rose-tinted glasses on the past. Like whatever it is, you're letting go. Also, again, if we're not talking about love for you, a new romantic cycle, this just means like happiness, zest for life. You know, very much to me, it's kind of the Sun energy, the Nine of Pentacles energy of just, having that romance with life again, having your romance with your career path again, or whatever it may be. It's just very, very positive, optimistic, happy energy for you guys. Oh my. Number 41, soulmates. Okay. Well, soulmates don't have to be romantic, right? But let's go ahead and first of all say, hello. If you're trying to manifest a romantic soulmate, I'd say you're doing it. But if you're also trying to manifest maybe a soulmate, because it's like the key to your dream job, the key to your dream house or apartment or whatever it may be, the key to your dream car, we've got abundance, we've got financial abundance, we've got good financial career energy as well. So could be manifesting the right person to connect you to those things as well. Because again, remember, soulmates are not always romantic, but we're getting a very romantic feel for most of you guys. If you're manifesting love, you got it. All right. Oh no, it's If You Want Blood. I almost, there's an AC/DC song and it's like, if you want blood, you got it. But for some reason I wanted to be like, if you want love, you got it. It's a great song. Listen to it. Anyway, hello. Well, that makes me really interested to see what the hell this is then. Okay, so basically, these are pretty much like yes or no cards. You've probably seen them before. Lots of readers use them. I've used them before. The angel answers. They've got a lot of like yes or no answers and things of that nature. And that's why I pulled one of these for each group to be the final card, because, our question is essentially a yes or no question. Is your good karma coming? So you've already got a yes from this deck, the Mermaids and Dolphins, I think it's called. Yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Okay, so number 1, if there is any action that you need to take, trust your intuition and take that action. Maybe you want to reach out to that ex. Maybe there's somebody else you've got your eye on you want to reach out to. Maybe there's a job you want to apply for. Maybe there's, whatever it may be. If there's somebody that you feel like you need to reach out to them. And if this is just, if you don't know this person and you're just trying to manifest a soulmate, you're trying to manifest love, whatever, trust your intuition there as well. Maybe you need to join a dating app. Maybe you need to just put yourself out there on the internet more, put yourself out there in real life more. Like, I don't know. Trust your intuition. Okay. Are you ready? Oh my. Wow. Yes. It's a yes. It's going to be a yes from Brook. Okay. Wow, let's just move on, shall we? I don't even know what to say. All right, word of the day. So this is something new I'm doing. I already prepped my next reading as well, and I made these for that reading too. Just whatever words popped into my head. Just intuitively, I just chose words. You guys got hope. Okay, I'm curious what the 4th one was, because we got the other 3. I don't remember. Hope, growth. That was the one that never popped out. Okay, oh well. Well, the other ones are more fun anyway. You guys got hope. Again, the sun. The sun is the message of hope. The sun is, well, actually, technically that's the star, but so is the sun, okay? Don't get nitpicky with me. But the sun, it's a card of optimism. Optimism, hope, the good stuff is coming. Just stay in the moment, follow your intuition. You're golden. I don't know why that's what popped into my head, but it is. You're golden. Okay, your Weezer album. So what I did with this is I chose Weezer albums, and I just wrote intuitively how that was like making me feel. So group 3. Okay. Oh my God. Come on. The Red album. Confidence and ambition are available to you now, even if you don't quite feel it yet. Dig in and go your own way. Wow. Okay. Love it. Let's get your lyrics. Oh, okay. Well, that popped right out. In the garage. In the garage, I feel safe. No one cares about my ways. In the garage where I belong, no one hears me sing this song. Well, you guys are very independent, I feel like. So I feel like it's time to get out there. We got confidence, ambition, go your own way, take action accordingly. I feel like for a lot of you guys, well, you know what? Because like doing inner work is inherently like hermit mode. It's just get that ready. Sorry. So I feel like a lot of you guys have been doing that. You've been doing that kind of like inner work, that kind of hermit mode. I think you've been kind of like on your own a lot. Maybe you've been like, at home a lot. Maybe you haven't been getting out as much. Well, and also to look at the last couple years we lived through. A lot of people haven't been getting out much, And so I feel like it's time to it's almost fun. It's funny because what I picture, because it's like, okay, you're in a garage, right? And it's like, you're alone, you're doing your thing. It's kind of dark, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, like the garage door like opens like this, and it's like the sunlight is just like beaming at your eyes, and it's like, oh my God, it's like I'm like a mole person. I haven't been outside in 2 years. Like, I haven't seen the sun. Like, and it's almost like, but it's the sun. Oh my God, it's the sun. Sorry. But it's like it feels hopeful. I think you're ready to get out there. I think for a lot of you guys, there's still some sort of action that needs to be taken. Again, apply to that job, reach out to that ex, join a dating app, put yourself out there in real life, on the internet, whatever it may be. There's some step that needs to be taken, but you're ready to take it. That's what it feels like. Okay, very exciting. Let's get your Weezer song. This also has lyrics on it as well. So, group 3, Weezer song. Oh yeah, Troublemaker. Doing things my own way and never giving up. Yep, absolutely. I mean, this literally says go your own way. So, and even this one too, this is all about, you know, no one hears me sing my song. You know, I'm going my own way. No one cares about my ways. Yeah, Troublemaker. Doing things my own way and never giving up. Oh, wow. That's perfect. I feel that ambition. I feel that hope. I feel that confidence. I feel that excitement. You guys are so close. Again, it feels like there's like that one action. Whatever that one action is, take it, remain hopeful, and see what happens. Wow. But anyways, that's going to do it for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stick around to the outro podcast, which is going to start rolling in like 10 seconds when I finish talking here, if you want to hear me gush about Weezer and just chat on camera with you guys. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, consider subscribing. And if you don't watch the outro, thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see you next time. All right, bye guys. Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you so much for watching another themed pick a card reading from me. And thank you so much for tuning into Outro Podcast number 4. It's a working title. I'll come up with something better someday, I swear. But anyway, how's it going? Today, we're gonna talk about Weezer. We're gonna gush over Weezer, and we'll just see where that conversation leads us. So as I mentioned in the intro, Weezer is my all-time favorite band. Favorite band of all time. Obsessed. I listened to them as a kid. I mean, they've been around since like the 90s, like early to mid 90s. Like the Blue album was like 94, I think, or 95, something like that. I can remember sitting on the floor in my friend's bedroom when we were kids, like probably maybe 9, 10 years old, I think. And I can remember listening to the Green album. Our 2 favorite albums that we always listened to were Crazy Sexy Cool and the Green album, constantly. And there was this weird thing. I don't know that it's weird. I mean, it's kind of weird. I feel like my hometown was a little bit of like a cult of Weezer growing up, because when I was a teenager, every guy in my town loved Weezer. So if you wanted an easy way to flirt with the guy you liked, talk about Weezer. And it worked every time. Yeah, everyone loved Weezer where I was from. I don't know why. There's something in the water, but we were all Weezer fans. So yeah, I've loved Weezer since I was a kid. They've always been one of my favorite bands. I think I kind of really became a stan probably around the Make Believe era. I like how I'm calling it era, like they're a K-pop group. And like their new album has 7 songs. So I'm like, oh, it's their mini album, it's their comeback. So yeah, Make Believe, I want to say it came out when I was in high school. I want to say it was like 2005 maybe. I'm not totally positive, but definitely when I was in high school, because I had the CD, and when my mom would drive me to school or like anywhere, that was one of the CDs that I was constantly playing. This Is Such a Pity pops into my head randomly all the time. You're My Best Friend, I sing it to Flurry all the time. She's in the living room, by the way. She was not having it today, sorry, but I sing You're My Best Friend to Flurry all the time. I break out into random Weezer songs constantly, and I just love them. So let's do top line first. What are my absolute Weezer favorites? What do I recommend to you if you are a Weezer novice, if you know nothing about Weezer? What do I recommend you look into? My personal favorite album is the Red album. The best songs on that album are Pork and Beans, obviously. That's a single. Most people know that song. Dreamin'. I was literally listening to it while I was getting ready, and I forgot how much I loved that song. I listened to it like 3 times in a row. Dreamin' is fantastic. Troublemaker's on the Red album, right? Let me check. Sure is.
And my absolute favorite song is on that album, which I'll talk about in a second. If you picked group 2, then you already know my favorite song, but we're going to talk more in depth about that in a second. So favorite album, The Red Album. Favorite music video, Buddy Holly, obviously. It's a little bit of a tough choice because they have really great music videos. They have Keep Fishin', which has the Muppets in it. They're very creative. Like, that's the thing about Weezer, is I just find them to be so, I don't know, like so creative, so unique. Their concepts, their music videos, like everything is just so interesting. But Buddy Holly is by far my favorite. I was a big Happy Days fan as a kid and a teenager. I used to watch it all the time. I have the DVDs actually like literally right next to me. And back when that music video came out, it was like super innovative. It was like, I feel like it was like unlike anything anyone had ever done. So definitely my favorite music video. Check it out. I remember watching it on MTV like constantly. Oh, Flurry's coming in. There she is. Well, this is my concert journal. I don't know why I brought this over. I was looking for like Weezer stuff. There's a little bit, but it's not like that interesting. But look, my handwriting was atrocious. Oh my god, Age of Festival 2001. How old was I? I'll do the math. We'll talk about that later. Let's keep talking about Weezer first. Okay, we've talked favorite album. We've talked favorite music video. Favorite Rivers era, because it's very important. Favorite Rivers era, definitely. Era is Blue Album, but not specifically this look. I like the like Say It Ain't So music video, long bowl cut glasses Rivers. Like, it's a sexy look, what can I say? Really did it for me. But anyway, and favorite song. Okay, let me gush about my favorite song. My favorite song is The Greatest Man That Ever Lived. Group 2 got that song and I was so happy. I'm pretty sure I said in the reading I was gonna be pissed if nobody got this song. I was gonna like just pull it out anyway. So I read a comment under the video. It's linked in the description, by the way. Please go listen to it. Please go listen to it. Please go listen to it. It's linked in the description. And one of the comments under it said something to the effect of like, this is Weezer's Bohemian Rhapsody. And that is the most perfect analogy ever. 100%. It's Weezer's Bohemian Rhapsody. It's so cool. Also check in the comments. I think it's one of the top comments. Somebody listed the timestamps because basically it's like a 6-ish minute long song. It's got all these different like elements to it. And Rivers, the singer, the lead singer, he's explained like who or what each part of the song was inspired by, and this person wrote it out and wrote the timestamps, and it's just really interesting, especially if it's your first time hearing the song. It's really interesting to see what they were inspired by. My personal favorites are the Aerosmith part, and then I think it's like Bach or Beethoven part. Those are my 2 faves, but oh my god. And the spoken word. Those are my 3 favorite. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And it's like the ultimate hype song. Like I always imagine he's like singing it about like me, like I'm the greatest that ever lived. Like it's such a hype song. It makes you feel so good about yourself. It's epic. And they like never play it live. I've seen them twice. They didn't play it. Although the first time I saw them, I don't know that song had come out yet, actually, the first time I saw them. I saw them like a million years ago when I was like 12 or 13. I don't really remember it that well, but I did see them more recently at Amoeba in Hollywood. It's a record store. It's the coolest record store ever. They let you bring your dogs. So Flurry and I actually met Garbage, and Shirley Manson just loved Flurry. She was so sweet. But I didn't bring Flurry to the concert because it would have been loud and she wouldn't have liked that. So they did an acoustic set at Amoeba. It was the day before my birthday in 2017. It was so cool. I actually went by myself because none of my friends could go. And I made friends with the people in line because we actually all were there by ourselves. There was like 3 other people, I think. 2 or 3 other people, I can't remember. And we all just like, because you had to go like buy the album first. I got the vinyl, Pacific Daydream. I have that. I have a couple Weezer vinyls because I love vinyl. But you had to go buy the album like a couple days before or something. So we met in line then, and we like exchanged Instagrams and stuff, and we met up the day of the concert, and we all went to the concert together. It was so cool, and it was so intimate. I haven't seen Weezer like recently otherwise because they mostly do like stadium tours, and I hate stadium tours. I'm just too old. I'm too old to be in the mosh pit. That's what I used to do when I was young. I think I just grew out of it super young because I was in mosh pits at like 11. So I grew out of it. I don't like crowds. I don't like big crowds. I'm short. The one thing that was never fun about mosh pits is breathing everyone's recycled air and having trouble seeing because I'm 5'3". So I'm kind of over that phase of my life. I like more intimate venues. I grew up going to the 930 Club in DC. It's like a really small, intimate venue. I saw the Sex Pistols there, Good Charlotte, Hoobastank, like all these amazing bands. Saves the Day, The Vines. I'm actually in a music video of the Vines from the 930 Club. If I remember, I'll insert clips of it for you guys so you can see. So I don't love stadium tours. I am trying to manifest them playing the Hollywood Bowl. I love the Hollywood Bowl. It's iconic. It's outdoors. It's seated. It's not too big. And I just love it there. So I'm currently manifesting Weezer playing the Hollywood Bowl and playing The Greatest Man That Ever Lived at the Hollywood Bowl. And me going, that's kind of an important part of that manifestation. So working on that. If you guys want to help me with that, put your good vibes out into the universe. That would be very helpful. Thank you very much. I love how this is transitioning into me talking about going to concerts. So let's do that. Okay, let's do that. But again, in closing, Weezer is everything. I want to see them again someday so badly, just not in a stadium, hopefully. But I love them so much and I need them to keep creating music forever. Also, their new mini album, Seasons, the single, A Little Bit of Love, I also linked in the description. Check that out as well. It's just such a feel-good song. Like the lyrics, like fantastic. Like it just makes you feel really good and you want to listen to it like 17 times. But that could also be my obsessive Scorpio-ness. Concerts! Let's talk about that, shall we? I started going to concerts when I was either 11 or 12. I always forget and I'm too lazy to do the math, so I'm not going to. But I was either 11 or 12. My mom was the cool mom. She's not a regular mom, she's a cool mom. And she took all of my friends and I to all of our shows. First show we ever went to was a festival. A local radio station that no longer exists, RIP, had a festival every Memorial Day weekend. It was called HF Festival. It's right there. HF Festival. Which one is this? 2003? Yeah. I think the first one I went to was 2001, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, it was in DC every year at RFK Stadium. And they had like a main stage, they had a street stage, which was a smaller stage, they had a locals band stage. It was so cool. It was such a fun experience. So yeah, I grew up in mosh pits. Like I grew up in mosh pits. But again, my favorite was going to the 930 Club because it's such a small, intimate venue and they always had great groups. Like literally, so okay, you know how most of you probably know this of my viewers, but you know how like going to a BTS concert is like such a chore. Like it's impossible to get the tickets. I will say that their tickets are relatively inexpensive compared to like other big groups right now, but still the tickets are expensive. It's like the Hunger Games trying to get the freaking tickets. Then you got to show up like 3-4 hours early so you can get through security in time, which is just insane to me. Like what? And it's just a whole mess. It's like a 12-hour long day in a giant stadium, and that sounds like not any fun for me. Like I have no desire to do that ever. Like I'm good. Truly, I'm good. Back in my day, you used to have to like get on Ticketmaster. You did, you know, right when they went on sale. But the tickets were like, most of my tickets, you know what? Does this have a price on it? It does. Okay, ready? This is at the 930 Club. This was 2004. This is Real Big Fish. And the ticket was $20 freaking dollars. $20, like $20, $30, $40. My Sex Pistols concert, their reunion show, $40. Greatest concert I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way. James Brown is a very close second, and then I would say the Weezer acoustic set is number 3. That's my top 3 favorite concerts of all time. Tickets were so cheap. It's this small, intimate venue. I would show up 2 hours early. I was the one that made my friends and my mom show up 2 hours early because, again, I'm short. I want a good view. I need to be in the very front, which is how I got in that Vines music video. You're welcome, friends. And that was like early. Like most people would show up like an hour early, a half hour early. You walk in, you hang out a little bit, you watch an amazing show, you pop on the metro and you go home. Like, I miss those days so much. Everything is so needlessly complicated these days and so expensive and so annoying. I also have like permanent tinnitus, like the ringing in your ear from going to concerts. So that also kind of makes me nervous to go to concerts again. Like, am I gonna have to wear like earplugs? Probably. But yeah, so man, we have so many good memories going to concerts, going to Warped Tour, going to HF Festival, going to the 930 Club. We used to go to the 930 Club a lot. The one concert though that we regret. My mom and I will take this to our graves. We hate ourselves. We thought a little too long on Dolly Parton at the 9:30 Club. I think the tickets were like maybe like 50 or 60, so they were like a little pricey. So we thought about it like just a little too long, and they sold out, and we are still kicking ourselves in the ass. And then she played the Hollywood Bowl a few years ago, and my parents like, I can't remember what happened, but they weren't coming out, and I'm like, let's just go to this, and we didn't go to that either. So also trying to manifest Dolly at the Hollywood Bowl again, because oh my god, Dolly at the Hollywood Bowl. But yeah, we regret that big time. Madonna even played the 9:30 Club in like the early to mid 2000s, I'm pretty sure. Like, they got big names and the tickets were not expensive. It was so fantastic. And when we went to the Vines concert, both my parents went actually, and the opening group was OK Go, and it was before they got like really big. And my parents were actually sitting in the upper level with like the parents of the guys in OK Go, and they were talking to them, and they were super nice, and like that was a cool experience for my parents. Like my mom and dad talk about that still all the time. So yeah, going to concerts was a huge part of growing up for me. And I had a big ska phase, obviously, real big fish. I saw the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones on my Sweet 16 at the 9:30 Club. Also, can you see that I wrote they rocked? Oh my god, so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm even showing this. Ugh. But yeah, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones is the band in Clueless, if you've seen Clueless, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So yeah, I had a big ska phase. My car had a checkerboard roof, my first car. And I loved, yeah, Real Big Fish, Street Light Manifesto, Catch-22, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Big D and the Kids Table. I saw all those bands like a million times. We used to get backstage a lot as well. I was bold and my friends were bold. We were bold as teenagers. I lost that in my 20s because your 20s suck, but I think I'm kind of getting that back. But yeah, that boldness, we used to get backstage. I got backstage at the Sex Pistols. I met, didn't meet Johnny Rotten, sad, but I met the rest of the band and I have pictures with them. Very cool experiences. But yeah, my mom's favorite was Coldplay. She's obsessed with Coldplay. I'm pretty sure we saw Coldplay and James Brown at the same like Christmas festival. It was the same radio station. They did Christmas festivals too. And we saw Coldplay and James Brown, and they were both just absolutely fantastic. I'm pretty sure the Vines were also there. I was obsessed with the Vines. I had a huge crush on their lead singer. Huge crush on Craig Nichols. Yeah, that's just like a little bit about me in case you guys were like curious or you wanted to know more about me. Yeah, I grew up going to concerts. My mom took my friends and I to all of our shows, rock shows, emo, ska, alternative, punk. Yeah, that was the scene that I was in. But I've always liked all music. I've always liked R&B, hip hop, rap, pop, a little bit of country. Country, I would say, is probably one of my least favorites, but I love Dolly Parton. And yeah, so that was my scene growing up. Surely was. I used to wear plaid pants with zippers all over them and safety pins for earrings and the Sid Vicious padlock necklace, which I forgot to take off one time at hockey practice because the thing, it was a padlock. You needed the key to take it off. Forgot the key, went to hockey practice, and this guy literally hit me in the neck, like hit it with a hockey puck, and couldn't breathe for a few seconds there. It was a little scary, but whoops, my bad. Didn't make that mistake twice. So anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys again so much for watching my outro podcast. Again, I promise I will come up with a better name. If you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments below. Please go listen to The Greatest Man That Ever Lived and A Little Bit of Love. Again, they're linked in the description. I love Weezer so much. I hope you love them as well. I really hope you enjoyed the reading. I had a blast. It was one of my favorite readings, I think. I really loved this reading. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take just like a little tiny bit of a break. Tiny break, like a week or two off. Just because I've talked about it before, but last time when I was, really posting actively on YouTube, I totally burned myself out, especially with the BTS series. It was 7 videos in a row every like 6 to 7 days. I was pumping those videos out and I loved it and I enjoyed it, but I burnt myself out and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to hate creating. I don't want to hate posting on YouTube. I want to continue to enjoy it because I've really been enjoying it these past few weeks. It's definitely been a fun escape, talking to you guys and just having a creative outlet again and doing the readings and the intros and all that good stuff. So I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to hate this. I want to keep doing it. So I might take like a tiny, wrong side. I might take like a tiny break again, like maybe just like a week or two. But I already have the next video prepped. I just need to film it. So there's that. And I already have like 7 other ideas. And so yeah, there's definitely more to come, but I might just take like a brief little break so I don't burn out. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. All right. Bye, guys.